Hey everybody, it's Patsy, and today I'm going to talk to you about setting up your ancestral altar, your Bogota. Your altar is your family's sacred place, and setting up this sacred area is simple, but it's going to take time the first time you do it. First, I want you to write a list of names of your family members that you know. It doesn't have to be the people that you've met. It could be people you've heard stories about. If you don't know their real names, put Big Mama or Daddy or whatever it was, or their first names if you don't know their real last names. Keep a copy for yourself, so you're going to make 2 copies of this, right? Then you're going to clean the area that you plan to place the altar in. And whatever you use to clean your area, add a little bit of this Florida water to your water as you're cleaning. It attracts egun and it smells great. You can find this in drugstores or, Walgreens, CVS. They have them all over the place, even in supermarkets. So, Florida water. I had to write these things down because I had it already printed out from a website, and my egun decided to misplace it for me after I came down here to do the video, honest to God. And I can't find it for the life of me, and I know I had it because I started to record using it. And I had to answer the phone, and when I came back and I went to look for it, it was not here. So, okay. But that's my egun. They're funny like that. Okay, so get some white chalk. We call it cascarillo, which you could get at any botanica. If you don't live in an area where botanicas are available, you just get some white chalk like you would use in school on the blackboard, right? White chalk. You're going to take the chalk and you're going to draw a circle in the area that you plan to use for your sacred space. So wherever it's going to be centered, and you're going to need to draw a circle, and then you're going to put 8 lines around the edges of the circle and 1 line in the center. So I drew a picture. I'm not an artist, folks. Okay? So this would be how it would look. Okay? A circle, and then lines around the circle. So this would be 8 lines and 1 line in the middle, because you're going to be placing 9 glasses on your altar. So then after you do that, you're going to take one of the copies of the list of the names of your ancestors, and you're going to place it on top of the circle. Now, if you're doing this and you're using a floor, if you're in your home or your house and you have a basement, it's best to be as close to the basement floor as you can. But it's not crucial. So if you're using your basement and you can write on your floor, then write on the floor. If you can't, then you can't. But once you've made the circle with the chalk, you don't have to place a cloth on the floor in the basement, is what I'm intending to say. But if you're using a shelf upstairs or a table or a desk, place a white cloth over this list and the circle, right? So then you're going to get 9 glasses. 8 of them are going to go around the edges on approximately where you place the lines. You can't see them now because you covered it with white cloth, but you have an idea where you place the lines, and place 8 of them on the lines around the outside of the perimeter and 1 glass in the center. So you can use any glasses that you'd like, any glasses that you want to. You could even use shot glasses, which is what I always use. I use shot glasses for almost 20 years. And you take the glass, you fill it with water, and that's it. You can even do this, which is if you have the shot glasses from the different places that your family is from, over the years. I'm a shot glass collector, and that's why I had these available to show you. I got shot glasses from Florida, and I have shot glasses from Barbados. They're cute. And I have shot glasses. Yeah, this is another beautiful shot glass from Barbados, right? And I have shot glass from Missouri because some of my family members went there. I have shot glasses from Panama, things like that. So you can do that if because this is your family, this is you, and they'll let you know if they don't like it, but they will. And you don't have to have matching sets. The only thing that if you can, you're going to use a larger glass in the middle. So with shot glasses, you could use a juice glass like this, or you could use a goblet. Like when you go to the club and they have those drinks in the big drinks, BBQs, I think. They have them the glasses in the big glasses. Buy a glass like that. Sometimes you can run into these glasses even at dollar stores, the big goblets. You can buy one, bring it home. But one is going to be the centerpiece, and that should go in the center over the center line that you'd put on the floor or underneath the cloth. And then you're going to place a white candle, okay? This is known as a 7-day candle. It usually burns for 4 or 5 days, but a white candle, it doesn't pull out. If you can get a pull-out candle, fine, but if not, these are fine. You can get these in dollar stores sometimes also. Supermarkets have them. And you're going to make sure to wash off the top of this candle. And when you finish washing it off and drying it, you're going to take something, some kind of carving implement. You can even use a pen or pencil, and you're going to draw your initials onto the top of the candle 4 times, north, south, east, and west, on the top of the white candle, and place that candle on the bovada. Okay, then okay, you're going to fill each glass with cool water. If you can, as I said, try to use a larger glass in the center of the circle. Make the center glass a larger glass. You can always change the glasses later. You can always make the bovada bigger later or more elaborate. Smaller if you need to because you move into another space. You can start your bovada being upstairs and later on decide that you are going to put it downstairs in the basement. Or you can, if you start it downstairs in the basement though, don't take it from there and bring it up. Just make an additional altar upstairs, a little less elaborate than the one you have in the basement, something that you can easily access. And that happens over time as we get older. It's kind of bad, not so easy to get up and down the steps. So, and you're going to understand that. They're your family, they know. So if you decide that rather than not do it anymore, rather than not keep up your ancestral altar, they would rather you put it on a closer proximity to where you are, or make it smaller if that's what you need to do. So, let me see. You can also place a cigar, unlit, unsmoked cigar on your altar, because that's going to symbolize tobacco. You also will be putting, or should put eventually, a small glass of brandy. See, brandy. That's my egg. Sorry. White rum or dark rum, depending on, how you feel. Most of the time, most practitioners use white rum. But I found that my family likes the brown rum. When I went to Barbados and discovered Myers rum, not giving them a plug, I'm just saying, that's the rum that they would make in Barbados. It appealed to me, and I brought it home, and I asked them would it be okay, and they were yes, and put it on the altar, and they enjoy it. So I put white rum and I put dark rum. Any rum is good for my family anyway. That's a whole nother conversation. Okay. I, changed my Boveda over the time recently. I liked some glasses that were bigger, and each one of the bottoms of the stems had a different color, as in the 7 African colors. So I said, you know what, 7 African powers, rather. And so I said, oh, I like that. So I got different colors. They're all clear, but each bottom of each stem is a different color. And I thought it was kind of cool. I still have a larger cup in the middle that doesn't have any color on it. It's a clear glass goblet, and that's the middle. And I love how it looks. If you don't have a white cloth, you can also use a white doily to place on your Boveda. Okay? Again, you're sprinkling Florida water over your Boveda. Okay? These bottles, this one's plastic, thank goodness. Some of them come in glass. Be careful with that. And you put your finger over it and you sprinkle it so it doesn't get all over the place. There's a tiny little hole in it. So that's how you refresh your Boveda when you're getting it together or want to communicate with your Egun. Let me see. I wrote, like I said, I had to write these things down myself because my Egun did not want me to share the information off of the internet with you. Okay. If you don't have access to a 7-day candle, you can use a candle like these, like this. They sell them also in the grocery stores, and I believe that they have them in the larger drugstores, CVS, Walgreens, whatever. Again, I'm not plugging any of these places. I'm just trying to give you some help in case you're living in an area that you don't have access to a lot of things, okay? You can also order things off of the internet. You can order glasses. You can order candles off of Amazon. Again, not plugging, just saying, okay? You use that, or you can use a regular tea light candle, okay? Tea light candle, you can also put your initials across in the 4 places there. Get a pen or a pencil and just draw your initials on the top of it. With this kind of a candle, same thing. Get some implement, and draw your initials 1, 2, 3, 4 times around the top, middle, bottom of the candle. Make sure the candle's clean, and you wiped it off. Same thing. Let it dry. Anytime you're working with fire, make sure that you find a way to protect it. With these kind of large 7-day candles, you can get a juice can, a metal juice can that's empty, and use it, put some water into the can, in the bottom of the can, and place the candle in the can with the water so it doesn't get overheated, or in case it breaks for some reason, it won't cause a fire in your home, or avoid that as much as you can. With the smaller candles, just make sure that you place them in a safe, resistant, fireproof candle holder or a plate. I had bought something like this at one of those crystal stores, maybe. Hallmark might even have something like that. You put the tea light inside of it. Keep an eye on it after you light it, okay? The tea light's not going to last more than 2 hours or 3. And this candle, you just have to watch it. Make sure it doesn't get on anything, but put it in a fireproof holder or something. Don't leave those candles burning without someone watching them. Also, if you have pets, cats especially, like to climb up on things. So be careful to protect your animals from the fires in the candles. All right, so be mindful of what you're doing. And when you're placing things also, if you have small pets who run around and get into things, dogs and cats, ferrets, gerbils, monkeys, whatever you have in your house, be careful how you place fire around those animals, okay? Let me see. Okay. When you light your candle, if you can, you want to try to use a wooden match. And after the candle is lit, you're going to strike your match, light the candle. After the candle is, the match is lit, place the match in an ashtray or some fireproof place. Don't blow it out if you can. If not, hey, blow it out if you have to. Use a regular cigarette lighter, matchbook, match. But you try to avoid blowing out the candle, but and that goes with any kind of ritual that you're doing. Try not to blow out candles. Just place them in a place where they can burn themselves out. Okay. If you are doing this is important. If you're doing the Bovada, the altar on the floor in the basement or floor in a room, the list that you're placing of your ancestors, you can put that up on the wall behind the altar. You could tape it, or you could tack it, thumbtack, or nail it, whatever. You put that list behind on the wall rather than underneath on top of the circle, okay? So if it's on the floor, no cloth, put the list on the wall. If it's on a table, put the list underneath the cloth, okay? Okay, what else? Talking points. Okay, if you can add white flowers to your altar, either a single white flower or, depending on how elaborate a setup you're making, it could be a dozen flowers, or it could be in a vase on your Bovada, a vase on your Bovada. Again, if you don't have resources and you don't have means, but you want to add some type of a floral effect, you can always, get a little vase like that, and you can use white silk flowers, okay, if you just want to make it look pretty. And you can do that, and your ancestors, your Egun, are going to appreciate anything you do. You're going to get a cup with black coffee. No sugar, no cream, even if that's how you take it. They don't need it in Starbucks, lattes, whatever that nonsense. No, just black coffee in a cup on your altar. You can add that. Also, an unlit cigar, as I think I mentioned before, and you can put the cigar right on top of the cup, or you can place it on the altar. Whether you have it on the table or you have it on the floor, you leave the cigar unlit, unopened, right there on your altar. Coffee in a cup, no sugar, and no milk, no additives. Just leave it there on your altar. You also can put, if I didn't mention it already, a glass of rum on your altar. White rum normally, but if you want to try the brown rum also, feel free to do it. Also, if you're if you're doing it on the floor downstairs and it's a place where people aren't going to be seeing it, or it's more secluded area, you can put things that your ancestors like. If they smoke cigarettes, you can put a pack of the cigarettes that they liked. If they drank a lot, you can get those little bottles that they give you on the airlines. Well, they sell you in the airlines or whatever. You can put those on the altar too, downstairs. If you're sitting it up on the floor. If you're sitting up in the living room or somewhere where you have more traffic and people coming in and out, you can do that if you're comfortable with it. If not, you don't have to. You don't have to make it as elaborate if it's in a space where you're going to have a lot of traffic in and out, strangers, whatever, coming to your home. But if you are doing it downstairs in a space where you're not getting a lot of stranger traffic and things like that, you can put anything that you want to put on your altar. The other thing is pictures. If you have pictures of the family members, of any family members who have passed away, and an ancestor also can be children who are younger than you, or people who passed away, before they became adults. If you have pictures of them, you add them because they're ancestors. Anybody who crossed over is now an ancestor, whether they were young or old. Okay? So, pictures. Make sure that there are no living people in the pictures that you place on your bovada. If that's the only picture you have of this person, take that picture to the store, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, wherever they have those little kiosky things. Make a copy of it, edit it, cut it out. Ask your kids how to do it. If you don't know how to do it on Photoshop or whatever those apps are that you can take a picture of the picture and then adjust it and reframe it once you've done all of that with the one person in the picture. Don't put pictures on your altar of anyone who is currently living. If you don't have space for 9 glasses of water and a candle, you can use 1 large glass of water and a white candle. If you can't stick something on the wall, the list of ancestral names, you can, and you can't put it underneath for whatever reason, whatever your circumstances are. Not everybody has a house, not everybody has a big apartment. Some people are living in dire circumstances. They're renting out rooms or renting a room in somebody's home. People don't want them lighting candles and stuff, so write the names of your ancestors, fold it up, put it in a white envelope, and place that underneath a glass of water. If you can't light a white candle, your ancestors know. Just place it underneath the one clear glass of water, or if you could do the 9, place it underneath without a candle. Don't make that stop you, because things will change, your circumstances will change, things will evolve as you start to do your ancestral altar. The ancestors are going to help you in your circumstances, whatever they are. Okay. Ancestors are there to help you. They love you. And you're just going to create, just the fact that you're creating a sacred space, they're going to appreciate that in and of itself. And you'll see as our journey continues. After you lit the candle, you can start to say your prayers. You begin your prayers as you normally would, however, whatever your religion is, whatever you've been brought up, however you say them. If not, you can use prayers out of the Christian Bible. You can say the 23rd Psalm and or the Lord's Prayer. Both of these prayers are in the Bible. The Psalms are in the Old Testament, which usually is the front of the Bible, and the Lord's Prayer is in the New Testament, which is at the back of the Bible, or sometimes they just have New Testament editions and don't have the Old Testament. You can find those. If you don't have access to a Bible, the Gideon Society gives out free Bibles. They place them in hotels anywhere you go in America, or I think even across the world. Gideon Society leaves Bibles in the drawers of the dressers. So whenever you go to a hotel, or someone goes to a hotel, you can feel free. It's not stealing. That's what they're there for. They want you to take them. Take the Bible from the hotel the next time you go, so you'll have it, okay? So you'll have a Bible in your home, whether you're a Christian or whatever religion you are, Muslim, whatever. The Bible is a book, a historical book, and why not have it in your home? Even if you're an atheist, why not have it in your home? But that's just my opinion, right? But it's not going to, that shouldn't put you out either. If you can't get to a Bible, then go online and type in the 23rd Psalm. Psalm is P-S-L-A-M-S. P-S-A-L-A-M. The 23rd Psalm, or the Lord's Prayer, which is Matthew chapter 6, verses 9 through 13. All right. Sorry about that phone ringing. I don't know what that's about. I've turned this phone off 3 times already. I don't know what's going on. I powered it all the way off. So maybe my ancestors don't want me to do this right now, or maybe they're trying to get my attention about something. But we'll see. The next thing. Okay, so you're going to be giving thanks to the Creator and to your ancestors for your life and for their presence around you. You're going to talk to them and introduce yourself to them. Okay? You can thank each one of them by name or in no particular order. You can refer to that copy of your list that you made. That's why I advise you to make a second copy. You also want to keep that second copy so that you can add to the list or revise it as needed. You might find out somebody's last name or first name or real name. Someone else may pass on who's a family member. You can add it to it so that you have that list, and you keep it, wherever you're going to keep it. You can keep it in your Bible or in your Quran or whatever you have, or your family album. But keep up with that list, and when you change your bovada, when you clean, every so often, if you need to change or add people to your list, then you can do that too when you attend to your altar. Anyway, when you're praying, you're talking to them. They're family. These are your ancestors. They love you. You speak to them from your heart. First, being grateful, okay? An attitude of gratitude, right? And then just let them know. Tell them your troubles, if you have troubles, your concerns. If you're praying for your children, if you're worried about your parents, if you're worried about a test that you're going to take, if you're worried about a court case that's coming up. Talk about the situation. Tell them the truth of what is going on. If it's a love relationship, any challenges that you're facing that at this time or at any time, because you can always go to them anytime. They're there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Go to them, tell them what's going on, and make yourself still and listen. And after a while, you'll be able to distinguish the voices of yourself that makes you think you're talking to yourself, to the voices of the ancestors. They're going to be clear, and it will become clearer as the time goes on. Also, they might send little signs and signals to let you know that they heard you or that they're working on your issue. Sometimes they'll cause you to break a glass. Not cause it, but a glass will be broken, a plate will break, a cup will get chipped. That's them letting you know that they want to speak to you or that they're working. And when you recognize these things, that's when you can go to the altar and talk to it again, sprinkle a little more Florida water on it. You can also leave your ancestors some food if you're eating, and you can get a little cup, a little glass, a little plate, saucer, and put a little bit on the altar and leave it there for your egun. You don't have to add no salt or pepper or hot sauce and all that to it, or salt at all. Some places they don't even want you, if you're going to make a meal for the ancestors separately, don't add any salt to it. But if you're giving them something that you cooked already, or that you've ordered something, you can place a little bit on a plate and share it with your ancestors. You could leave it there overnight. You could leave it there a couple of hours, depending on what your circumstances is. You don't want to invite any roaches or rodents into your space, so if you can't leave it, then don't leave it. Throw it out after you're finished eating, or just watch it there for a couple of hours and then take it away before you go to bed. But you can do that. If it's Thanksgiving or Christmas or a big family celebration, birthday, holiday, whatever, they can take a piece of cake. They can have whatever you've cooked, whatever you prepared. Give them a little of it to share in the family celebration, the festivities, including them in the family. Okay? But again, don't forget to remove it. You're going to attend to your altar once a week, for the most part, on Mondays or Fridays. There are not 7 days in the Yoruba week or in Ifa. So they have what would be comparable to our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So Monday is the beginning of the week, and Friday is the day of rest, like the Sabbath, because in Yoruba, the culture, the story of creation is that Olodumare created the earth and everything, people, humans, all of that was done by on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and on Friday everything was the day of rest. So Friday is our Sabbath. So you can, like I said, you can do it on Mondays, clean it up, change the water, wash the cups out, wash the glasses out, put them back in place. You don't have to redo the circle and all of that every time, but just replace the water, remove any empty candle holders, glasses. If you lit a tea light, you should have moved it before that. You move it as soon as it burns out. And same thing with the 7-day candle. If you place it on a plate, you can throw that out before the cleanup day runs around. Okay, so you can clean them up on Monday and you can clean it on Friday. Again, throw out all the water, wash all the glasses, remove any burnt out, dried up flowers, clean up the coffee cup, etc. Replace the water and the candles, and sprinkle more Florida water around. You never can have too much Florida water. And the cigar hasn't been smoked, so you can just use that same cigar over and over again. Let's see. Talked about the food. Talked about recognizing their voices. Okay. All right, photos. Okay, I think I spoke about that already. Do not place any photos of any live people on the Bovada. Now, the Yoruba greeting or Thanksgiving to the ancestors, what they say is Meferefun Ego. Meferefun Ego, which means thank you, ancestors. So it's spelled Maferefun, or some people spell it Mafedefun. It depends on your pronunciation, I believe. But you can all, again, look that up online. Egun is Eggun, or it could be Egun. Depending, again, on the tradition of the house, the Babalawo that you're dealing with. If you're dealing with a Babalawo or a Santero, it's not a big deal. Again, Meferefun Egu is thank you, ancestors, in Yoruba. And so, I'm going to say Meferefun everybody, Meferefun ancestors, Meferefun Egu, Meferefun my viewers and my friends, brothers and sisters. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this information with you. I hope that it's been helpful. I hope I didn't leave out anything vital or important. Have patience with me as we go on this journey together. I just want to thank you all just so very much for tuning into the channel. So like, subscribe, share it with your family, share it with your friends, and again, this is for the edification of the community. So I don't need you to keep it a secret. I need you to share it as much as you can with as many people as you can, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your comments and emails, and I will get back to you all as soon as I can. But thank you so much, and I'll be doing those astrological readings for August very shortly. But I wanted to get back to this, because this is the basis of the work. This is what I've been instructed and led to do, and I hope you all are enjoying it. Make your comments, ask your questions below. All right? Thank you very much, and I'll be talking to everybody soon. You have a great day, and thank you. Ashe. Bye-bye.